normally you say that it is a investment because you are not doing for any short term. So this investment normally you will be able to accumulate some of the returns actually very long term. So it can be 6 months, it can be 1 year, or it can be multiple years actually it will take for you to get the return. You may see your profit actually in your demat account, but what will happen actually until you sell that thing, that money will not come to your hand. It will not provide you a regular income. So for the getting somebody who wanted looking for a regular income, the trading actually is another options. Trading is all the business what you are doing today. There is no difference with your business and doing the business actually into the forex market or the commodity market or even with the equities. This runs in the same concept actually as you do. You need to buy at a lower price and you need to sell at a higher price. Only thing is that you need to know when there is a demand you need to buy, and when actually you see that the demand is met, the market is going to come down, that time you need to sell. And then we have to see that whether that is going to give you a more return over there, because they are the same capital actually you are rolling each and every day. Now we'll go for a specific things. There is a trading versus day trading. Trading means normally what we do sometimes we buy today and we sell tomorrow, or we sell day after tomorrow, something very short time, in a couple of days. That actually we consider as a trading, but it is not for a long term investment. There you are not actually coming into capital gain taxes or anything else. It is not, no way. It is also trading. It's a complete business, and you really do not need to bring up your complete capital. You can do always with some of the portions of your capital. And then day trading is something like that. These are completely a business kind of scenarios where you buy something for the particular day and you close your transactions in the same day itself. Okay. And then because you are doing a day trading, you get a very high leverage from the broker. So broker allows lot of monies from their own fund, whatever capital they have invested. Using that thing, you do the trading. Per day, whatever profit you make, you take it off, and whatever loss you make, you do a settlement over there. So that way actually it is called a day trading. And this day trading is a very quick one. You can actually, it lasts for half an hour, 1 hour, or couple of hours. And what is the timing of the market? The timing of the market, it starts from 9:15 to 3:30 for the equity market, and the forex market, the timing is little bit bigger. It starts from 9 o'clock and it ends at 5 o'clock. Okay. So a lot of time actually people actually after the equity market closes from 3:30, so 3:30 to 5 o'clock also they come into for the market. And the commodity market, there is another market called commodity market. So the timing of the commodity market is morning 9:15 to uh, evening night 11:30. So this is actually the whole thing. Very recently there is a change in the timing. Commodity market sometimes it getting closed by some of the product actually by 5 o'clock, but ideally the commodity market is from 9:15 to 11:30. Okay. And then the question actually is the fundamental versus technical. So there are a lot of things actually. People think that to invest into equity market or the commodity market, you need to know about lot of things actually about that company. The earning per share, the return of investment, who is the board of the member, lot of things. So once you discuss actually, gather all those informations, you compile, you go to the newspaper, you understand actually what kind of business you are doing, and take your decision based on that. That is part of a fundamental analysis. And for the fundamental analysis, there are 500 parameters you need to analyze. And for there is a technical analysis is there, which is based on purely a mathematical and statistical analysis. This is pretty straightforward, and with help of some of the softwares, this is so easy that even a very new people who is coming into entering into this market, they also will be able to at least capture some of the profit, may not be the all the profit. Okay. So these are the type of instruments actually available. One is the equity, one is the future, one is the options, one is the commodity, and the last actually is that the currency, which is we are going to discuss in details a little bit more into these currencies. So I'll tell actually the brief of the what is the equity market. In the equity market, you can only buy in cash market. So how much capital you have, you can identify some of the stocks of some of the good company. You may feel that the prices will go up in future. You go and you buy that stocks for there and you hold for 3 months, 6 months or 1 year or more than 1 years. The price moves up, you make some profit. The price moves down, you hold it, and once you try to sell, if the price goes further, you lose the money, so you lose your capital. So but future market actually is not like that. So I'm coming now into future market. So future market actually you can buy and then sell, whereas it is a both directional market. Here actually you can do the first, you may think that okay, the price is going to go down. You may think that we will sell first and then uh, in future actually we'll buy and settle that thing. So how this happens in the future market? So future market actually it is not immediate transaction is happening. So the moment you buy, you do not get the immediate the share, or if you sell actually you do not have to deliver the shares immediately. What you have to do, these are future contract which you are which is getting between a buyer and the seller. So there is a specific date. On that particular date, you have to deliver the share, and the people who is buying, he has to receive that on a particular date. So if you make a promise of today that you will be selling something at end of the April, and you know that the prices may go down, so what you will do, what you can do that in the end of the April you can buy from something from the market and hand it over to him. And if the prices goes up, still you have to buy from the market, then you will be making a loss. How much actually the price moves up, that has gone against you, you have, that will be your loss portions. So if your outlook is uptrend, you normally do buy and then sell, and if your outlook is downtrend, you sell and then buy. And this buy or sell actually happens not into your whole capital. This buy and sell can happen only at a margin amount. So lot of things actually happens, like you may have to bring just 25% of your capital, what is the total transactions values. That is to safeguard when there is a loss, so that loss will be recovered from you as the money is held by the exchange. So they will keep the 25% amount, and the buyers, so buyers, he will pay that to the buyers on the day of the settlement. So this is how the future market works. And after this future market, there is one more thing, instrument actually is there in the same future market, that is called options. Here your leverage is far more. Here actually it is like an insurance premium. You know that uh, if some unusual event happens, I will lose a huge amount. To protect that thing, you may take an insurance. And somebody actually, the insurance company, you think that the insurance company will collect a premium, and he knows that only if there is a event, bad event happens, he has to pay you the whole amount. Otherwise, he can keep the premium himself. So this is like a term insurance. So you are making actually a deal on what, if any future events happen, actually unusual event happens, that time actually either you will be gaining or you are protecting your big money with paying very small amount. And these options, there is something called options actually, so that it is a limited risk and unlimited profit. How is this? Because when you pay as a premium, you know that if you are going to lose that thing, you are going to lose only that much of money. So if you buy a premium insurance of 100 rupees and nothing has happened to you, only you will be losing your premium amount. And there is another thing actually, that there is called that unlimited limited profit and unlimited risk. This is what the insurance company is taking up, who is selling that insurance. Here in each and every day sitting on your terminal, you also will be able to run this kind of business. You also will be able to sell any of the future contract and tell them this is the premium I need. If anything, if the prices goes down of that stock, I'll be paying you for your all losses. Whatever loss is there, it can be a huge loss. Still, I'll be paying. But if doesn't happens, if the market is good, I'll only keep your premium. So in these options, uh, so there are two ways to view under these options. Your outlook is uptrend. You buy something called call options, and your outlook is downtrend. Here also you buy a put options just by paying premium. So this profile actually is like a retail users who only need to, who is looking to buy a insurance. If it is only uptrend, you are buying the call options. If it is downtrend, you are buying the put options. But now come to the seller part. The seller part, when they look at it, if it is a downtrend, they will be selling a call options. And if they are thinking that the prices of the market will go up, they will be selling a put options. The first scenario is there is a limited risk, unlimited profit. If the market moves like 3,000, 1,000, 2,000 point, you make a huge profit. You make 100% profit. And if the market goes negative, you only lose the amount of the premium you have paid. And the second person actually who is the selling those premium insurance, there is a limited profit. He collects the profit upfront. He collects the premium upfront. And if the market moves against him, then only he has to pay for that losses. Otherwise, there is no losses. There is a question to each and everyone. You can type into chat box. Which one normally you will be preferring if you are into getting into this option market? With a limited risk, unlimited profit, or limited profit, unlimited risk? Can you chat? Okay, I can see actually everyone is telling actually limited risk and unlimited profit. Now let us think actually then why these insurance companies are launching this insurance product. They are collecting a premium for some term insurance of 10,000 per month, and whereas the insurance they are covering with 50 lakhs. Okay, so think about this angle. So the hint actually is there. The people actually who will be selling those insurance, like who will be looking for a limited profit because of the amount they collect upfront, and lot of time actually that event may not happen. So they are the gainer. So all the big player, they only come for a limited profit and unlimited risk. They take the risk. They are the fund managers, and normal scenarios actually they will be gaining it. But for all the retail users, those who take a limited risk actually and unlimited profit, they gain if their entry point is perfect. So they need to have understanding on the system, which will give them this benefit over there. Otherwise, lot of time actually the profit percentage will be very limited, but the seller of the insurance, they will be gaining. Now, by this little bit of understanding about the instrument of the market and everything, I am going by the currency. In the currency market into India, it is not too many currencies are available to buy and sell. Only the USD, Euro, Japanese yen, and this is okay. This is a pound. Okay, only these four currencies are available, which you will be able to buy and sell over there. The question is now how much capital is required, what are the charges involved, and how you can get a funding at zero interest. And this is one of the informations actually why you will be trading into currencies. Why? Why not into, you are going directly into equity, mutual fund, or any other instrument? Is there any advantage actually there into the currency market? The currency market advantage is that there is a standardized lot size. This is exchange traded. You need to buy and sell into exchange only. There is no gray market available over there. This is very highly liquid. Highly liquid means how much currencies you wanted to buy or how much currencies you wanted to sell. Your transactions will get executed in a fraction of a second. So this is very, very highly liquid. So that much of transaction happens, and this is getting routed through the governments and RBIs and SEBI. So this is the whole volume of the countries actually which is getting traded all into the same places. So what I was telling, actually in the currency trading, there is no insider trading. In the equity market, sometimes it happens actually the lot of people actually inside of that company, they know that they have made a big loss, so they sell those shares actually upfront, because that if the share prices crashes, they will not be losing actually their capital. So but in currency market actually it is not governed by any of the companies, so this information is very, very important. There is no insider trading. And this is actually again I am speaking about, there is a very low margin low margin, and we'll come to know actually what is the low margin and what kind of system actually is available. And this is also a future contract, whereas the future contract is available for the next 6 months. Okay. Now this is all about actually how much capital you required, what are the charges is involved. So recently the price of 1 USD, it is 76 rupees, and always whenever you are buying a currencies, you cannot just buy 1 or 2 USD, you need to buy 1000 USD. So this is a lot size we tell. So always you have to buy with 1000 USD. The price of 1000 USD is approximately 76,000 rupees. But what you do not have to do is that you do not have to pay 76,000 rupees while buying, or you need not to have this amount in your demat account. So how much capital you need it? You need just 2,300 rupees as a capital. If you have 2,300 rupees, you will be able to buy one lot of USD. Means $1,000 of $1,000 you will be able to buy. Now, what is this risk amount? Suppose you don't wanted to sell on the same day, you wanted to carry that thing, and there is some small losses has happened. Maybe some 50 rupees or 100 rupees happened, whatever you purchased that day. For the next day, still you have to keep the 2,300 rupees onto your account. So if there is a loss of 100 rupees, for the next day carry forward, you need to bring that additional 100 rupees. And if you feel that, okay, maximum loss I'll be able to take is 300 rupees. Because I even invested 2,300 rupees, I can take only 300 rupees. More than that, I'll not keep the transactions. I'll sell it off. Whenever there is a profit, I'll be keeping it off. So
Sir,
in
is
that
this
case, actually, you need to have.
2,300? Sir, is this 2,300 rupees a fixed amount, or is it based on the value of the USD? Is it a percentage of the value?
Exactly. These are good questions. When the dollar was around 75 rupees or 72 rupees, this was 1,800. As the dollar reached to 76 rupees, the value is 2,300. So
Who
this
fixes
margin
that?
requirement, this is fixed by the SEBI.
Okay.
SEBI fixes these charges. It is published how much minimum margin you require, and SEBI will be updating. 76 rupees is a very high actually for the last many years. This is broken that upper circuit, so this has reached to the 2,300 rupees. Otherwise, it is always either 2,000 rupees or below 2,000 rupees. Okay.
That is per lot.
that is per lot. That is
Okay.
means that is just for $1,000.
Dollars.
You
Okay.
wanted to buy $1,000. Also, you wanted to sell $1,000. Still, you need to have this 2,300 rupees. This is just as of the current scenarios. Once the price moves down to maybe 75 rupees and below, this may come down to 2,100 or 200. But as of now, it is 2,300 rupees. And if you are planning to carry this for the next day, you may have to keep some buffer. What is the risk amount, how much risk you will be able to take, because always you have to maintain that 2,300 in your account. Otherwise there is a margin call, and what they will do that if you have multiple lots of USD, what they will do, they will sell one lot to recover your losses. So automatically your broker actually will square off that. Okay. Now, how much actually broker funds you? Broker actually this 73,700, normally this goes from the broker's money. So brokers actually will try to either take the money from you to keep the 2,300 balance, or they'll square off. They have that rights actually, so that they will sell, and because otherwise broker has to pay that loss. If you are making, suppose you have taken a risk of 300 rupees and there is a loss of 400 rupees, and later you may not pay. So that 100 rupees will go from the broker's pocket, because this is not given by SEBI. This is the broker, how much capital they have. They are funding you. They are funding you with a zero interest. Why zero interest? Lot of time it happens that you are entering into a contract actually beginning of the April, but the settlement of the contract actually end of the April. Last just 2 days before the April, like it will be 28th of April. For the 28 days, he is keeping this money for you, 73,700, and he is not charging you for that anything. Some of the future market actually, if they have to provide you additional margin, they charge interest rate. For this currency trading, they do not charge you anything.
Saman, one question. If within a day,
Yeah.
I invested 2,300, the value starts going down, okay? And then I am, let's say, loss of 3,000, okay? So it is, I have
3,000.
invested only 2,300, right? And bought one lot, but
Yeah.
my loss is 3,000. What happens at that time? Broker will square off.
Okay. Next
when
day
it reaches
actually you have to
3,000.
add that 3,000 to your account. Yeah, you have to add that. Yeah, because next day also if you are carrying forward, it will be like 2,300 actually. They will only look
They'll
for
automatically
it. So there will be a
they'll automatically add it from our Demat account, or we have to approve it, or how is it like?
No, this will get automatically added if you already have a fund. If you have a fund, actually there is no issue. But if you do not have a fund, then there will be a margin call, and then there is a margin call, and you cannot put that money back. Then broker will square off that.
So when it reaches 2,300 loss, they will square off. Correct?
Yeah, yeah. But they will not square off in the same day. They will only square off actually. You are doing a carry forward. Because you bought a 2,300 and there is a loss of 100 rupees, immediately you do not have to bring that 100 rupees. For the whole day, if there is a loss or so end of the day, actually they will look for it. Okay, they will look for it. Okay. Now that the brokerage charges and all those charges, actually what it is there. For currency trading, the brokerage charges is for the buying and selling. This is some of, I have taken as an example of one of the broker who is a discount broker. So for buying and selling, they charge some 20 rupees. So for buying and selling, actually, you are going to pay 40 rupees for him. Whether you buy one lot or you buy 10 lot. But how much quantity you buy or sell, it doesn't matter. For every transaction, every one single buy order and one single sell order, they're going to charge you 40 rupees. Okay. And then there is a exchange transaction charges. There is a GST on the brokerage, and there is a SEBI charges. It is like that. And so if I consider you are buying and selling one lot, so your charges are something going like that, 48 rupees 97 paisa for a discount broker. If you make 100 rupees, you will be actually having 50 rupees of the profit. But if you are dealing with a more number of lots, your brokerage actually still stays the same. It is almost like 48 rupees will become actually 58 rupees based on, because the transaction charges and something will increase. Otherwise, it is the same kind of things, 50 rupees. Now, below is the calculations actually. There are some of the brokers for the currency trading. They do not take this 40 rupees also. They, it is a zero brokerage. So they do not charge anything. And there are multiple currency brokers in India who do not charge you anything. So only those scenarios actually what you have to pay. You have to pay the exchange transaction charges, which is 0.0009%. You have to pay the GST. GST is 18% of these transaction charges. And then there is a SEBI charges. For every 1 crore turnover, you have to pay 10 rupees and proportionately. If your turnover is 30 lakhs, so that proportionately it will come. So it will come less than 10 rupees. Anything, it will be some paisas only. Okay. So now, how the profit and loss happens? So if there is a lot, because you are buying 1000 USD and your turnover is 76,000 and your price movement goes in favor of you 10 paisa, so you will be making a your capital actually is 2,300. So normally for overnight positions actually you can keep a buffer. I'm not considering that thing. Your profit will be 100 rupees. So for every 10 paisa movement itself, you will be making 100 rupees profit, and which is telling actually almost like 4.3% per day. We will see that whether this is achievable or not. And if you increase your lot size like 50,000, 50 lots, so then just this 10 paisa movement itself will give you a profit of 5,000, whereas your capital is 1,15,000. Okay. And if you have you are able to get a price movement of 20 paisa, your profit actually will be 10,000 and your profit percentage will be 8.6% like this. But if it goes against you 20 paisa, your loss is also 15,000 out of your 1,15,000 capital, so that you need to bring another 15,000 over there, because every time you wanted to do a transactions of 50 lots, your capital minimum capital should be 1,15,000. And this rest of the amount actually is illustrated purpose. If anyone has any question on understanding this, I can take it now. Any of this previous slide also and this slide also. Okay. Now, actually, how we can get a profit instead of getting, the thing is that we have two type of system. One is trend following system. If the market is going up, you only buy during that time. And another thing is that there is a predictive analysis. When people say that based on all these scenarios, actually, because this coronavirus is increasing, we may make a loss, the prices will go down. You predict it. Okay. So a lot of things actually is there. Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, Soman sir, Rajiv here.
Yeah.
Hello.
Go on, Rajiv
Yeah,
sir, we can hear you.
Yeah. So what is better according to you? Stock options or currency trading will make more money? Within 1 lakh?
So right now, actually, how these scenarios actually, I'll demonstrate you a system. In that system, actually, you'll be able to understand how much you can make actually in the currency market, or is it a better than equity market or mutual fund, all those things. We'll get into a system. But as people actually do that trend following or the predictive analysis is there. You collect lot of financial data. You go to the newspaper, you actually sit in front of the TV channel, you understand actually what is the expert advice is dealing. You look at lot of data, actually US data, how the Europe is doing, and then you come a conclusions, okay, fine, this will go up. So a lot of analysis, there are a lot of domain expert is required. And trend following is that when the price starts moving up, You just buy during that time. When the price just going down, you go and just sell that. Okay, because in the future market, you always can sell first and buy later.
Correct.
So normally what I prefer actually, and I do, that is a trend following system. I really do not go by the predictive analysis. Predictive analysis is something for the machine learning and artificial intelligence that is possible, but that is a very high and sophisticated system which normal people will not be able to afford it. You need to train the computers actually with lot of data, so that as a human you don't take a decisions, your computer system takes the decisions and do all those parameters analysis in a fraction of a second. Okay, because that is very expensive system, but the trend following system is not that expensive. It is very easy to learn. Even if people should be able to learn in 1 or 2 days, and they can do. So this is a trend following system. Now again, this trend following system you can do manually, or you can take help of some computer system which will do all those trend analysis, and you just focus on the result of that and you are done. Okay. So this is a screenshot actually I'm showing you from a system. So this screenshot actually gives you some green color, red color, and some of the other colors. The system actually, when you are telling actually red color, during only those time actually you will see then some of the arrow actually is pointing. Arrow is pointing to the downwards, or arrow is pointing to the upwards. So the system actually, if you are using this kind of high-end sophisticated systems, you really do not have to do that analysis. Only you have to do that whenever the green candle comes up and your arrow is also pointing upwards, you know that the price is going to move. So you only buy that time, you do not buy any other time. And when there is a red candle appears, and then the candle actually is downwards, you know that the price is going to come down. You are just going to do a selling of that. You really do not get into the algorithm part or the any of the analysis part doing much, because that is part of a predictive analysis that will require a lot of domain expert. But for these informations actually, if you are doing a trend following system, you do not have to do anything. You just need to take help of any cutting edge softwares, and there is a multiple softwares available in the market. Some of the softwares are paid and some of the softwares are free. Okay, so this is also another system from the system. This is also having some green candle and red candle. So the simple rule is that during the red candle you sell, during the green candle you buy. Okay. Now what
Thank you, sir. Thank
I will do is actually I will take you a live system. Okay. Okay. This is a live system. This is running. This is okay. And I have taken the screenshot over there. Now you see, this was happened yesterday. This was happened yesterday, April 22nd. The price actually you can see actually on top. It is showing actually the price was there 76.88 rupees. Okay. And then this red candle came down, until this green candle. So this is 76 rupees 15 paisa. So I'm taking actually the first two digit 76 rupees 88 paisa, and then it came to 76 rupees 15 paisa. So this is actually normally is not calculated by me. It is an algorithm which is actually written by me or modified by me. So that algorithm actually is capturing all these things. So the price has moved down by 73 paisa. Okay. And what we actually are trying to capture, we somehow we are trying to capture 20 paisa or 30 paisa. And with that thing only, with the 50 lots of that USD, you will be able to make 15,000 rupees in a day. Okay. whereas your capital is only 1,15,000. You may not need to capture the complete profit. Okay, when you try to capture the complete profit, sometimes you may lose also, but if you are done with your target, you will be able to do it. I'll show you a demonstration on today's things. Today morning, it was 76 rupees 23 paisa. It started giving up signal, and then it's still continuing. It didn't come actually the down signal, so that uh, current price actually is 76 rupees 37 paisa. Okay, so this is actually showing us a negative number. To change these things.
So I mean the candle is you are observing the movement for how many days? Is it like 1 day, 5 days? What is the moving average?
Okay, so this is a 14 paisa. So this is today actually it was up. It was the system was showing there is a uptrend. So if you need to take a buy decision over here, and it has moved up by 14 paisa. And yesterday actually it has given a signal actually over there, and actually it has moved to 73 paisa. Like this, if you go over here also, it was 76 rupees 74 paisa, and when it has given the signal, it was 88 paisa. So always actually there is a movement of in a single day 10 paisa, 20 paisa, 30 paisa, even more. If I go, there is a huge, sometimes actually you get a huge rally. Here actually it is 76 rupees 35 paisa, and when its down trend came, it was 75 paisa. Okay, almost 40 paisa.
So
And this happens every day.
Hello?
You really do not. Yeah.
You showed this analysis, right? So
Yeah.
normally you are analyzing over what period? Is it like 5 days?
This analysis, there is a lot of technical indicators has been used, and this is a time frame of 15 minutes. You can take a lower time frame, but in the lower time frame, what will happen actually, you will be getting multiple buy and sell. Okay. Or you can go a little bit of bigger time frame, where normally in a single day you make your only 1 or 2 transactions. There will be sometimes actually like this date also, where just coming down, again going back, again coming down. Then in these scenarios actually, either you can keep on doing that thing, and end of the day you will be seeing that whether you made a profit or loss, or you may think that okay, this is some sideways we tell, and this sideways you do not do any transactions at all. But the day actually after you entering, if you see that it is continuing the trend, you can think about the today's actually it will move good rally, so you can stay on the trend. You do not have to close the transactions. You can try to capture all those things, but really you do not have to actually do any further analysis. But if there is a green candle like this, and you are trying to sell during these scenarios, definitely you will not be able to make any profit. Okay. So this entry point is very important. What time you are entering, this entry point will give you a maximum profit. Okay, the chances of getting the profit is very high over there. And this is there is another these things is there. What we can do actually is that we can do a little bit of replay for a couple of minutes to see actually how whether it is how it works. Okay. So we'll take a date actually just yesterday's date to, okay. If you see replay actually, the softwares actually play back the historical candle. You really need to see actually how the candle has came, whether during that time, whether during this, the moment the red candles comes up, you may be tempted, okay, I will be selling, but still you can run and see actually, though the information is coming like that, is my decision actually is based on that. So again, the screen itself is telling what time you need to sell. the green scenarios and the red, it gives you actually information that, okay, I really do have to follow a system. I do not need to do any much more analysis.
Yes.
So this is how actually we do a back testing of a system with a historical data. So once we develop any algorithm or strategy, a strategy normally will be tested for because 1 year or 2 years period of time. And once we see that it is successful, the same strategy is successful for multiple months, at least 2 years, we go and invest our money. Otherwise, we do not do anything. Okay. So the software has a backtesting facilities with a historical data. It has paused for some time because there was a day change, so it was going by that.
Somaji, I've got a question. Can I ask now?
Yeah. Yes.
How do you actually place the trade? So I think the entry point is clear because the green triangle or the red triangle or the yellow triangle will tell us when to buy or sell. What should the stop loss point be, and what should the exit point be? I mean, what should we have a target to exit, or should we just keep following it?
There is a target-based system is available. That's why I was showing you. You can go for a target of 10 paisa or 20 paisa or 30 paisa, or there is something actually which will tell you actually what is the target is also available. Okay, let me stop this.
And what should the stop loss be for each trade that we put in, Samanji?
Okay. So there is in those things actually some of the target actually has been calculated and the stop loss has been calculated. If you can see actually green color where you are telling actually this can be your stop loss. So stop loss actually is that how much really risk you wanted to take it up, and it can be 10 paisa, it can be 20 paisa. Somebody is a very big risk taker. They may go 1 rupee also. Okay.
Okay, that's fine.
But system normally will guide you how much it may go up. I'll show you actually another things. This one basically draws some of the levels actually will tell that in the upside actually how much it may go up. So that normally that will be a guidance actually how much revenue you may bring it. And the below also there is a line, it may tell you if it is going down it may go maximum of these things. So based on that risk things actually you can do yourself. But normally I do not do stop loss, because lot of time what happen actually stop loss is certainly get executed because this is a system which is a trend following system, and I also wanted to capture the good profit, and I know that based on my indicator I will be able to capture it. So I do not do a stop loss. Okay. So this is another system which tells actually red is the entry point, and whenever there is a white color, this is getting that the trend may get changes. So this market is waiting for some decisions. So there can be a change of the directions. You may take only up to that much of the profit, or you can still wait till the green candles comes up. So this based on that, how much is your risk appetite, or how much risk you can take it up. Is that answer your question?
Yes, Samanji. Thank you very much.
Salman, based on your experience, this red and green candle, are you doing it like a daily basis, or is it even good for like long-term trading?
Yes, for the long-term trading also it is possible.
Okay.
Okay, for the long term, like for a daily candle also, it is possible. There will be a slight different calculus because every algorithm, every parameters has been fixed for a specific time frame. For 5 minutes, whatever algorithm works, it may not work for 15 minutes, it may not work for the whole day. Because the moment you go for a daily candle, there is a gap up and gap open, because suddenly one day you'll see that it opens up a 50 rupees actually against you. So then there will be a huge loss. Sometimes you may not be able to handle that loss. Okay, so for a daily trading, like who is going to do for overnight carrying positions and all those things, they have to have little bit of more supportive system where they do not lose their capital over there. Okay, but the system which today I am demonstrating, this is purely on the 15 minutes. Okay, and this has been only tested for 15 minutes successfully. It will not work much of the 3 minutes or 1 minute cash, and it will generate a huge number of signals.
So it's basically daily trading, right?
Yeah, this is a daily trading. Okay, these are daily trading. Second, I'll show you this one. See, 5 minutes actually you will see lot of ups and downs and ups and downs. Okay, so there will be more number of transactions you have to do. But if you go by these things, this is somehow very clear signals. So whenever you get a good momentum, you make a really big money, and whenever there is a sideways, it is not that you lose a big amount of money. A very minimum profit or loss happens over there. Okay, you understand, no? Because looking at this chart, actually, you will see that whenever there is a rally, actually, either upside or downside, there is a very good momentum, and every momentum it has captured it very well. Okay. These are day candle, and then you can go by hourly candle, all those things also. Okay. So this is the system, and if somebody really looking for a some charting platform which really do not wanted to pay, they can look for some one of the website actually is there. This is investing.com. You can go over there. The charts are available over there. The indicators are available over there. With a small piece of knowledge actually about how to understand these charts and technical indicators, you will be able to do a little bit of combinations over there. But this is not that advanced actually which I was showing you. This does not have a capacity of actually this kind of composite charting.
What is that indicator that you showed on the investing.com site, Sumanji?
This one. This is one of the indicator called super trend indicator. This sometimes actually this works, and like there is a 20-30% times actually this indicator does not work.
Okay.
And I know actually exactly what are the conditions this may not work and how you can handle that. So you need actually to have those these things actually when these indicators will not work. So that has been taken care actually. Those algorithms, those logic has been taken care over here.
Okay.
Okay. So this is just for as a showcase actually what are the tools, techniques, software systems is available. Okay. So there are multiple indicators. There are 140 indicators. I can say all the indicators work sometimes and sometimes actually does not work. If you can do a master of one of the indicators and then know actually when it is not working, you can identify these conditions, you are good to go with that indicator. You may not need to learn lot many indicators, maybe 10 indicators is good for you. Okay.
Okay. What is the success rate of this particular indicator that we are currently seeing on the screen now? On not this one, the other one, the AmiBroker software.
ME broker.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what is the success rate
So
of that
that's what
trade?
I'm saying. Actually, once you do a back testing for 5 months or 6 months, you will be able to calculate your success rate. Why I have to tell.
Okay.
So once you take a system, normally you will be doing a back testing. You will be able to understand actually how much profit you are able to do. Okay. And the ME broker system actually generates really good return. And there is no doubt because all these indicators has been tweaked for the parameters. The algorithm actually is a combinations of the algorithm. How actually it works, I'll explain you as you have the question actually over there. So when multiple indicators gives the same signal as to buy, we put that as a buy. When multiple indicators together tell as a sell, we sell it. So it is not one indicator, it is a combination of the indicators and the parameters. These parameters actually has been tested with help of AI as well. So this has been tested what the AI is predicting, this has been tested has what the technical analysis also predicting, and then this, because for end users, people who doesn't have much of information, it is very easy for them to follow a technical based graphical based system. It will be very difficult for them to learning. It is very easy actually if they see a color and if they see indicators, they can take a decision. They do not actually have to take a decision. Just what they have to do is that they have to follow that thing. Okay.
Someone
Any
we
more?
have various indicators like RSI, moving average, right? So is it kind of same for both
Yeah,
equity
yeah.
currency, or is it for currency? Is it
No,
like
for every market there is a different indicators.
oh, so this is different compared to
Okay, the combinations
equity.
of the indicator is completely different. It works by instrument to instrument, which will work for crude oil, whatever time frame may not work for the currencies, may not work for on the stock trading. So there is an indicator actually stock trading where actually in a couple of days you wanted to buy. There is an indicator available which will only work onto those stocks. And also out of that stocks actually it may work only blue chip stocks. It may not work for the other stocks. Okay.
Is it
So
only the timing which changes, or the indicator indicator itself
the
changes?
timing changes, the parameter changes, and the combinations of 2 or 3 indicators changes.
Okay.
Okay. The combination has to be tested. You need to have a system, write your algorithm, backtest it. Once you see your backtest is good, you are satisfied actually whatever profit you have generated from the system, you are good. You can take it. Okay.
So this particular indicator or algorithm has been written by you, Mr. Somanji, or does it come with software?
No, all these indicators actually researched. Okay. So from the base indicators, the main indicators actually is written because like a decades old indicator. Okay. It is existing in the US market for some indicators is 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. What I have done actually is that I have combined with those mathematical and statistical formula. I have tweaked it. The parameters actually, which will be suited for only for the Indian market. This will not work for the US market. I picked up every single detail from the US market. Okay. And then US market, those indicators, those algorithm was not working for the Indian market. So I made it which will work only for the Indians. Okay.
So are
And there
these
are a lot of research papers. Yeah,
sorry.
please go ahead.
Yeah, so are these indicators attached to the base indicators and then we are running analytics on a particular software, or have you built the whole software itself?
No, the whole software is a third-party software.
Okay.
This software actually allows you to write those algorithms.
Oh,
Okay.
is it?
The
Okay.
whole entire programming actually, you need to know the mathematical and statistical formulas of those indicators, and then you have to implement that again the way you want. Okay, you have to write the whole thing. So you need the help of a programmer to decode your strategy. You have to, someone has to write for you.
Okay, great.
The 2 point actually, the first actually is that all those indicators actually has been used into US market for many years. It is not actually invented by me. I have researched it. I've taken all the good things from US market. Okay, but those things actually was not working for Indian market. I have modified that, which will work for which instrument for the Indian market, how it will work. And then I have done that combinations, and I have done the testing for many years. Okay, so any single indicators actually I'll be using for my own purpose also. It will be tested for 2 years.
So Soman, one question. You said we need to write software, right?
Yes.
If you go to any standard Demat account, whether it is Zerodha or ICICI, they ready-made give 50, 60 parameters, right? Like RSI, moving average, everything. So
exactly.
So of course, limits that you set may be varying, like 20, 80 or 30, 70 or whatever. So what is there to? I didn't understand the point of writing software, because all the standard big books
Point of?
give it ready-made, right? So
yeah, so you get actually RSI as a ready-made, but you will not be able to have a single signal based on combinations of maybe RSI and the MACD. Okay.
The combination is
so
what
then,
we are writing software. Okay.
Yeah, combinations actually is what actually I'm making it over here. Okay. So in the back end, actually all the calculations will be there.
So Somjay, how often do you refine your algorithm?
Huh?
How often? I mean, do you actually continuously refine these algorithms?
No, my research will keep on testing it. My research actually will keep on testing the algorithm actually, and I'll come to know actually if the algorithm is not working.
Okay.
Somen sir?
Any more questions?
Nothing. Could we move a little faster also?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
So anybody
I'm done
who
with
has
the presentation actually.
No, you are
I'm
done with the presentation, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So anybody who has the questions can ask the questions only.
Yeah.
Okay, super.
Because our agenda was there to see actually what are the capital required, what are the charges is involved, and whether you can make a money, and if there is a changes actually how much you can make the money. And we have done a couple of testing in front of you and saw that yes, it is at least generating some of the profit. It may not generate huge profit, but one portion of the profit you will be able to capture, and this is how actually the profit percentage looks like that.
Great.
And to some extent, I can say this 8.6%, what is 20 paisa, this you will be able to generate most of the days. Okay. If you are looking for more than this amount, actually, that may happen only few days in a month, but 20 paisa movement always will be there. Okay.